Hi folks, the Filipinapea here. And today I've got something that so many of you have requested and something that I've been reluctant to do. I've never wanted to make my channel about myself. If I could just narrate my videos or barely appear in them, I would. I'm not looking for fame or glory. I'm just a young woman who wants to make videos because I feel like I've got so many things to say. I want people to look at my content, not me. I want each one of my videos to have a theme, a message, and to stand alone as something to be enjoyed like a beautiful painting or a good book. But for some reason, a lot of rumors and theories have sprung up, some of them so silly that I'm actually sitting here laughing when I read them. I've heard that I'm a divorced mother from California, a singer from Hong Kong, a news reporter from Phoenix. And while I'm flattered and more than a little embarrassed by all the attention, none of those things could be further from the truth. Again, it's not something I want to do, but I will at some point be releasing a two-part video all about my life, from my roots in my hometown to how I got where I am today. Now, I don't want to spoil a lot of that, so before I get to your questions, let me just answer two questions that I get almost every single day, so we can clear this up and move on. The first question: are you an American? The answer: no, I'm not an American, and I've never even been to the US, although I tried to go once and I was denied. The second question: how do you speak English so well and know so much about the West? Well, the answer has four parts. First, my education. I received all my education in the Philippines, and I graduated high school at the top of my class. Because of this, I was given a full scholarship to a good college where I worked insanely hard at my studies and was lucky enough to have good professors to guide me, including actual doctors, attorneys, and MBAs. If I hadn't worked so hard in high school, I would never have been able to afford to go to the university at all, since I grew up as poor as the people who appeared in my last video. Actually, poorer than the first two. Second, my job. I worked at an American owned call centers, and for years I did nothing but to talk to Americans. And when they were waiting on the phone to be transferred to another department, it was my job to chat with them, make them feel comfortable, and joke around with them. And I was good at it. Now, let me put this into perspective for you. Let's say you took a French course in college. You spent 5 hours a week in class, did a few hours of homework, and the course lasted for 4 months. At the end of that, you could speak conversational French and you probably knew some stuff about their culture and lifestyle too. Okay, let's say you took three more courses, all the way up to French 4, where you were reading novels in French and writing term papers in French. By this point, you probably know a lot more about their culture, their cities, their customs. Well, I did some rough calculations, and it turns out just from working in call centers, I had the equivalent of 340 French courses, except it's in English. Is it really any surprise that I can speak the way I do? And that brings me to number three: dating. I've only dated and lived with Western guys for the past 10 years, and I lived in the UK for a brief time. I know what you guys talk about, think about, complain about, and what you wish for. I've learned American football, baseball, golf, volleyball, you name it. I know your slang, your idioms, your TV shows, your music, your movies, which was easy for me because I've been a Western culture junkie since I was little anyway. And I did it with my eyes and ears open, sucking up all that information like a sponge. So is it really surprising that I know all the things I do? And finally, number four, me. I've never been like other Filipinos. I guess I was just born in the wrong place or wrong time. But it's always been hard for me to make friends here because the things I think about just don't seem to interest the people around me. I'm into things like time travel, wormholes, and string theory, and politics, and philosophy, and all the other things that bore my friends and family. I really do feel like an alien here. And YouTube is the way for me to just let it all out to people who can understand me. You, my new circle of friends, my new family. So, with that, let's get started on the fun stuff. the questions. From Sam Stangler, do you have a story from your childhood that illustrates what you were like as a kid? Well, I am a business minded kid. So I used to climb up trees and collect fruit like what do you call that? Guava and santol. It's cotton fruit. And I used to make these candies, yema. It's Spanish word for egg yolk, and it's yeah, it's like candies that you cook, and I actually bring it with me to class and sell it to my classmates even during classes. So yeah, and I used to, oh, I remember this. I used to collect seashells and turn it into jewelries, and I sell it for a couple peso to my female classmates. So, yeah, that's the story of my life when I was a kid, selling stuff. Okay, next question. David Meyer. Is it acceptable in Filipino culture to burp in public or in front of your boyfriend? Well, generally, it is not okay to burp in public because they have a different acceptance level. But within your family members, I think it is okay, and in front of your partner, because for me personally, I burp a lot. Well, it's natural gases, so let it out. Next question. From E. E. Hutchings. What are you most proud of? Well, I think my communication skills, because it has been my bread and butter for years and I was able to polish it. And I think without it, I cannot ameliorate my life situation. So I think I'm kind of proud of what I accomplished in that department. So, next question from Gary Tucker. Did you get your wacky humor from your mom or your dad? Were you the class clown? Well, honestly, neither. My mom and dad were very serious people. They're they're not the funny type. So class clown? No, hell no. Um, I'm the shy, nerdy type, and oh my gosh, I think I just got my wacky humor from watching Western movies. So yeah, I was never the clown of the class. Next question. Ben Brown. What age gap is acceptable to you in your own relationships? Well, for me, I honestly don't mind dating a guy who is up to twice the age of my age because for me, specifically, as long as there's chemistry and transparency, I'm okay with it. And plus, I am sapiosexual, and what attracts me most is the intelligence of a person. So, as long as we're equal, then yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind even yeah twice my age, and as long as he's still in good figure and look healthy. So that's it. For next question from Bill Neary. What was your first job? Oh, okay. Aside from being um, the sales little girl from selling a lot of stuff when I was a kid, I got my first job when I was what was my age? 18. With yeah, I got a job at McDonald's, and at that time I'm only earning 40 cents an hour. So yeah, I was a service crew and I do hosting for kids party. And yeah, funny story. I got fired. I got fired from eating chicken crumbles, like those, batter from the chicken, because our free meal was only we're only allowed to eat one piece of chicken and three cups of rice. But I was so hungry, and those are crumbles, so I think they were worth it at that time. So, next question from Alan Fannin. If you could enact a world law today, what would it be? Oh, I like this. I would enact for us to be all naked. Why? Because I think that way we're all equal and we can't hide from fancy clothings and you cannot hide what you really are. So you are being judged as you as a person, not what you look like or what you have, especially material things. So Let's all get naked. Be naked. Well, we were born naked, so that's my birthday suit. So, next question from Paul W. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Oh, okay. Well, I really wanted I really want to fly even though I have fear of heights. But if oh, here's a good one. I want to have I want my powers to be reading people's thoughts. Why? Because I think that way I will be able to screen the real people from fake. I know exactly what they think about me and what their true intentions. So, in that way, I will not be flabbergasted if I found out their real motives. So, yeah, reading people's thoughts. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. So, next question from Robert Ray. Do you prefer a Western boyfriend or a Filipino boyfriend and why? Oh my God. Please don't kill me, my fellow Filipino guys. Again, disclaimer. I'm not against any Filipino or local guys, but for me, I find myself attracted to Western guys. I don't know because we have the same sense of humor. They understand me better, and in a quintessential way in aspects of life, politics, and stuff. So, sorry guys, but hey, I did date Filipino guys when I was younger, but in the last 10 years, I just dated Western guys. Not just Americans, but Western as a whole. So, yeah. Okay, next question from Ken Schwartz. Do you aspire to become a TV personality? Hell no, no, I never was and never will. No, why would people think that? And I read this comment before. When someone asked, I think that was from my previous interviews, when that guy asked me if I wanted to be a newscaster or something like a TV personality, because I hesitated and oh no, she is, planning to do, this is just a stepping stone for her. But no, seriously, seriously, guys, I just love producing videos and I'll stay that way. You'll see. Next question from Robert Mead. What is something that happened to you that become who you are? Huh, life? I was born. But yeah, seriously, when my biological dad died when I was 3, and I saw my mother, how she struggled to raise me alone before she met my stepdad, who is very dear to me. And he's the one that actually taught me survival skills, as you saw in my previous video, my Dare to P3. So I promised myself when I was 9 that I'm going to be self sufficient and independent, to stand on my own feet and not rely on anyone, because well, it is a tough life, but I love I love to contribute. I just don't want to be a burden to anyone. So yeah, that's what happened. Okay, from Suffolk Wolf. What's the deal with tipping in the Philippines? Well, generally, Filipinos are not big tippers, and mostly for them, they think that the tips or the people or the servers, for example, are already paid by the company. But for our Western foreign, I mean, for our Western friends that come over here, most Filipino workers or servers um, actually expect a tip from you guys because they're kind of used to getting it from you because you actually do tip. And yeah, if you're happy with our service, then leave us a tip, $1 or two. It means a lot for us already. So yeah. Okay, next. Mm, from Ingram Davis and Michael Shannon. What are your goals in life and your 5-year plan? Oh, okay. Well, first, I want to continue doing what I love the most, which is producing videos here on YouTube. And second, I want everyone in the world be subscribing to the FilipinaPea channel. And third, I think I am married with a super smart baby or two. So yeah, those are my 5 year plans. And next question from Tom Chris Peter, which I call him TCP. It's easier that way. Two questions. If you could invite anyone to dinner, who would it be and what would you talk about? Oh, well, I would invite Sir Isaac Newton and ask him how the hell did he invent calculus single-handedly while he was locked up in his room? That's freaking crazy. So, yeah, and also, well, never mind. Next question. What's your idea of having fun? Oh, I love this. Give me a bottle of Red Horse, a big bag of chips, and 12 hours straight of playing Fallout 4. Yeah, that's fun for me. So who would join me? So come on, guys. I think I have a case of Red Horse chilling in the fridge. Chilling. Okay, the next question is from Earl Alexander Lucky. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Are they single? Well, I don't have any sister, and I'm the only girl in the family. I have three brothers, and they're all single, so I do have their numbers if you want them. And next question from E. Alphonse. Do you want to move to a Western country someday? Well, to tell you honestly, guys, I'm not sure. I don't know. But if I do have a dual citizenship of some sort, I don't mind living in a Western country half of the year and half of the year here in my country. So yeah, I would do it that way. Next question from Sam Cleaver. What is your job and how much do you make? Okay, well, obviously at the moment I'm doing YouTube and I just got monetized and I has YouTube hasn't paid me a dime. So, yeah, I don't know how much I'm making from YouTube yet. And from my Patreon, I was able to pay my bills from that and actually procure my equipment for doing my videos. So, that's it. Next question is from Derwin Gasson. What change would you make to improve the economy in the Philippines? Well, for me, first is education. Next, proper information about birth control and allowing foreign investors to come here and show us how to do it properly. Because as you can see, we have the human resources here. So we could have our own manufacturing. We can manufacture cars, appliances, gadgets. Because I know you guys that have visited here, you would notice that our appliances like washers, fridge, they're like 3 times higher than the ones you can find in the West. So I think it would be best if we allow foreign investors here. So next question is from Helmet Spanker. You just wanted me to say Helmet Spanker. You naughty, naughty boy. Gonna spank you. Well, his question is, have you ever worked for a TV or media company? The answer is no. Never was and never will. As I said earlier, I don't want to be a TV personality or a newscaster or a journalist. Next question is from Ian Lewis. What is your view of an older Western guy living with a younger Filipina? Okay, there are two sides of the story. One may be the foreigner is just exploiting the Filipina, or the Filipina is just milking the foreigner. But for me, if there's actually both sides are benefiting in this relationship with transparency, honesty, and trust, then there is a sweet spot in between. If there's an actual love between parties, and I I can tell you that it is very possible as long as no one's trying to take advantage of the other party. So I'm fine with it. I have no problems with people with large age gap as long as no one's manipulating the other one. So it should be equal, transparent. Um, both sides are true and honest about their intentions. Then everybody's happy. Next question. Stephen Key. He's got three questions. Okay, do you have a driver's license? Yes, I do have a driver's license. And yes, for an Asian chick, I drive fairly okay. Oh no, I'm not. I'm actually a good driver. Hey, I'll take that back. I'm actually a good driver. I don't swerm and I actually look before I turn and I use my blinker. And if I say I'm going to the left, I'm actually going to the left. And I don't I don't vary my speed like speed up and slow down. No, I don't do that. No. I do have a driver's license, but I don't have a car. Next, what kind of music do you like? Oh, I said from my very first video, I love 80s. Well, specifically, there are, well, the groups of singers like Nirvana, The Cascades, I know they're kind of old, and Duran Duran, Whitney Houston, ABBA. Oh, here's something very old. Danny Kaye. He's the one that sang, yes, he sang, from Fallout 4, Civilization. I love that music. It's kind of always, it's always in my head. Bingo bango, oh no, yeah, something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about if you play Fallout 4. And oh, don't forget about Madonna and Michael Jackson. Okay, next. How tall are you? Okay, I'm 5'4.5", and I am considered tall for an average Filipina. And I have big feet too. So it's kind of hard to look for a pair of shoes in this country for my size. But anyway, next question. John Ray from John Ray. Have you ever been a victim of a crime? Yeah. Oh God. Yep. I've been in a burglary situation where I was sleeping and I heard noises coming from the kitchen of my house before. And I was so scared. I ran inside the bathroom and I was actually holding the doorknob because I was thinking he might, get in and it's kind of life threatening. So, of course, there's no 911 here. I was just hoping and well, I heard they were actually getting stuff from the house. So that was really kind of scary. And of course, we reported to the police and nothing happened. So, oh well. Next is, what's the worst date you've been on? Oh God, you guys are, yeah, you're embarrassing me here. Okay, worst date. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I was on a date, um, and I was waiting at the restaurant. My date, he's late for 30 minutes already, and I was like, okay, are you still coming or not? And I saw him like running, like he was frantically trying to get into the restaurant and not knowing he wasn't looking at all. So he was like running and he bumped his face through the glass mirror. So of course I was so embarrassed because it's like my date, the people were looking at him. And get this, when he sat down in front of me, he was actually bleeding. It's like, oh my God, I didn't it's like, oh my gosh, you need to see a doctor. And then it stopped and we continue. We eat, we had a few drinks, and actually at the end of the night, he tried to kiss me. But I saw the blood clot on top of his mustache. And I was like, I don't have the heart to say, like, dude, please wipe that off. But that was horrible. That was really funny. And God, yeah. Okay, you guys, you're making me remember stuff that I was trying to bury in my, in the block box of my head, like to lock it up and just sail it to the Black Sea of my forgotten memories. Anyway, have you ever been to the Why Not bar in Dumaguete? Well, to tell you honestly, guys, I've been there once, and it's not for me. It's too noisy, and yeah, you can't even talk to someone in front of you because it's just too loud, and it's really not my thing. I was really just hanging out with my friend that time, and she wanted to go to dance, so being a very supportive girlfriend, of course, I I go with her. I went there with her. So what do you think of cockfights, and have you ever been to one? To tell you honestly, yes, I've been to one. I didn't like it. It's, as I said, it's barbaric, it's bloody, it's not right. Period. It's, how could anyone think it's right to let the roosters kill each other, and that blade that they attach to their foot, it's actually poisoned. And yeah, I cannot unsee what I saw that day. So it's really traumatic. Okay, next question. In school, were you ever made to feel ashamed by girls with whiter skin? Well, to tell you honestly, guys, one time when I was in high school, I think I was like third year high school, um, someone told me I shouldn't be wearing bright colored shirts because it doesn't look good on me because I was too dark. So, well, I didn't listen. I still wear what I want. Like, who cares? So that's the only time I actually had, um, yeah, being made feel ashamed by girls. But anyway, next question. Mark Andrews, who was your celebrity crush growing up? Oh, it's not really a celebrity. To tell you, it's not even a real person. Well, call me weird, but I had a crush on this anime character when I was like, oh my God, I was so young, like 9, 10. I was watching this anime or manga series, Fushigi Yugi, and his name is Tamahome. Oh my God. All Filipinos would know who I'm talking about. Tamahome. He's like the celestial war in this series. Oh my God, those, I don't know. It's funny that anime characters are not really, they don't look Asians. They actually look Western. So that explains it. And they have blue eyes. And that's, they don't have blue eyes. And they have blonde hair or blue hair. It's like, well, I love Japanese stuff. So yeah, yeah, I love anime. So yeah, it was not a celebrity. It's a fictional character. I was growing up. Yeah, I have a crush on a fictional, non-existent character. Next question. What are your favorite movies and shows? Oh my God, it's too many to mention. First, Game of Thrones, Star Trek, Star Wars, The Big Bang Theory, Faulty Towers. Oh my God, I love Basil. Basil? And what was that? Oh, Stranger Things. And what else? Wait. I also love, well, you guys know already, Survivor. Oh my God, I was like dying. I haven't seen like the three latest seasons. I have only up to 33 in my hard drive, but I was so, well, oh, I think seven now. God, I lost count. But yeah, there's a lot of Western shows that I love. If only I can download them. Oh, wait. Before I forgot, Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. Good thing it's still in Netflix. So, those are the few, but I can go on and there's a lot of them. So, next question. If you were stranded on a deserted island, what luxury item would you bring? Heh, easy. A George Clooney. Next. If you had to go 1 week without either rice or batteries for your vibrator, which would you choose? Well, let's just say I might get hungry after a week. How's that? Alrighty. Next, from Professor Hank Jansen. What is your setup for YouTube? Well, okay, well, I can explain to you guys. I have a laptop, a phone, backdrops, and few light bulbs. Now, basically, that's my YouTube setup. And actually, I can show you guys how it looked like inside my studio. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you guys want to know. what's my YouTube setup. So I'm going to show you around inside my studio slash my bedroom. And here we go. Alrighty. So if you can see right over here, that's my messy bed. I'm so sorry about the mess. This is the room. Those are my two light boxes donated by my generous patrons. Thank you very much. And I'm so sorry about the rubbish down there. And that's actually my backdrop over there. It's duct taped against the wall. And that is my chair. And pretty much that's it, folks. I have a laptop, a phone, tripod, backdrops, light bulbs, and that's my YouTube setup. Okay, that was actually fun. And now it's all out of the way, right? No more conspiracy theories, wild rumors, or nasty accusations. I'll just get back to making my videos, and if you want to watch them, I'll make the absolute best ones I possibly can. You'll see. I have a lot more to say. Till next time, folks. And now, I have an interesting new development to announce. One of the things I love best about YouTube is the comment section, where I really get to connect and talk to you guys on a personal level. But as many of you know, I've had an increasingly difficult time trying to keep up with all the emails, messages, offers, comments, and requests for help. Between handling all the correspondence, making my videos, and doing all the other stuff I have to do, like cooking, cleaning, and laundry, I'm not even eating or sleeping properly anymore. So I thought how nice it would be to hire an assistant. And look who I found. Come on in, Jen. So you might remember Jen from my last video, the single mom with the impossible work hours. Well, now she's going to work with me. So, Jen, I want to promise you in front of all these people that you're going to have a raise and you're going to have your own bed. You no longer have to sleep on the floor. So, aside from that as well, Jen, I know you didn't have a lot of day off. Well, you didn't have a day off with your previous employer. So, you're going to have plenty of time to visit your son. And I'm going to take you to him whenever you want, okay? And I also promise you, I'm going to teach you how to cook, speak in English, and how to succeed. And also, I want you to know that I want you to be part of my family, and I'm going to treat you like my sister, and I'm going to teach you everything I know. So,
Thank you.
welcome to my family. So, I know that I can't help everyone, but I can help this one. Just one last thing before you go. If you think about it, I'm kind of like your waitress, bringing hot, fresh content to the table and serving it to you every week. The only thing I ask for my hard work is that you leave a small tip in the form of a thumbs up on this video, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you know when your next meal has been served, and sharing this video with friends. I promise it'll only take 10 seconds to do, and your tip will make my day. You wouldn't want to stiff your waitress now, would ya? And for dessert, please enjoy my other videos too. See you real soon. Why do I feel like I'm on a Brady Bunch?